to make. The future's mine to make.
What's up guys, Stephen Manuel here. Just going to go over a quick review of the previous competition, the GBPF British Classics. A really well run competition by Paul Rees and the Bournemouth Barbell crew. So thank you so much to those guys for putting on a really good competition. I'm pretty happy with the day, to be fair. I'll just quickly go over everything that I went over now, and then when it gets in the videos I'll go over in depth how I set up each temp and all that sort of stuff. But I end up with an 810 total. I squatted 305 kilos, bench 197.5 and deadlifted 307.5. And I feel like there's a bit more there on each of the lifts. So I mean, couldn't be happier with the performance. I ended up with 7 out of 9 lifts. I failed my last squat, failed my second deadlift, and for the second comp in a row, got all 3 benches in. Whey! Woo! Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of things that, technically that I didn't quite get with squats and with deadlifts, but I mean, I think everything's going in the right direction. It was a very modest PB total and a 5 kilo PB squat. I got 2.5 kilos onto my PB total, and as I say, I think there's a bit more there. So I mean, if I get my number selection right at a bigger competition where I don't want to be taking as many risks, I feel like I've got 825, 830 in the tank right now. So I mean, that's pretty good, Looking forward to just keep chipping away at that and just trying to get this bench up towards like a 210, 220, that sort of area, But anyway, that's enough bullshitting. Let's get into the lifts, and I'll give you an in-depth review of each of those lifts in there, okay? So here we are, first lift, 285 kilos on the bar. Previous warm-up, the last warm-up in the warm-up room was 265. Felt absolutely terrible. The weight felt heavy as hell on my back. Probably just because, it's not a standard Alico bar, not calibrated discs, all that sort of stuff. But, I wasn't going to change my opener. I didn't have time to change it for one, and, this is the kind of weight that I should always get on a bad day anyway, so I decided to go with it. And, it felt comfortable, nice and easy, nothing too major there, Second attempt, 305. This is a PB for me, a 5 kilo PB. I was confident I was going to get this weight all day long, to be perfectly honest with you. You'll see when I unwrap the bar, give out a little oh yeah. At that point, I knew for a fact I had that weight. I had it all day long, so I was really confident I had that in there. Always intense, everything's just 100%. Everything, you really go for it on these kinds of lifts at big competitions. But absolutely made up. You'll see at the bottom here, I lose a little bit of tightness, so 315 for the next lift was always going to be a big ask. But it's one of those things, it's like this kind of competition, hey, I was going to win comfortably as long as I got all my openers and had a decent enough performance. So this is the time to take these risks to see where you're actually at. I think in hindsight, 310 would have been absolutely spot on to put on there. But you don't know these things, you got to try them out, and so you got to take a few risks every now and again. So just didn't have enough at the bottom there, lost all that tightness, back was rounding, wet, so that's what happened there. 180 on the bench, nice and easy. It's like, I haven't progressed on bench in about 2 years really. I benched 200 in the gym about 2 years ago, and then I've only just gotten that weight at the last competition at Worlds. So I'm always a slow gainer on bench, but I mean the good thing is I've never really failed anything like beyond 190 in a comp either, so it's like I always know I'm going to be good for that. So 180 open, that's pretty good. I struggled earlier in the week with a really poor 180 double, so I didn't think bench was going to go well at all with this competition, but ended up being pretty good. Got 192.5. I mean, I shouldn't be failing these kinds of weights, so I thought I may as well go for this now and see if I can get a 197.5 on the third attempt, which was about 2.5 kilos more than I expected to get anyway, so I took that risk. And you'll see it's a little bit slow, this 192, so if it had been fast, I might have put 200 on there and went for a risk on that as well, but I want to try and get all 3 benches in there, so I went 197.5 and ended up actually being better than 192.5. I was a little bit more riled up for it, a little bit more aggressive leading into the lift, and maybe just got everything perfect, the right amount of drive out the bottom, but it was a lot faster than the second attempt, so a little bit annoyed that I didn't get the 200, but you can only go with the hand that you dealt, and if that second attempt's not the best, you're not going to put a big third lift in there. Alright, deadlift. Fucking deadlifts. I hate them. They're so shit. But anyway, 290 on the bar. Been going with the roundy back experiment, and you know, it's a bit awkward on a stiff bar because like it takes like a little bit of time to get moving, a bit longer than what I'm used to. So that was a nice enough lift, but that should be at that kind of weight. 307, fail, and just, you know, it was fast, then it was slow, then it was a shit knockout, and you'll see it just slips out of my hands, couldn't keep hold of it. Last attempt, absolutely amazing, fucking smoked it. Really good attempt at a last lift, and you can see solid at the lockout, really happy with that. So yeah, those are the lifts. You know, as I say, really happy with the performance. There's wasn't a lot much more I could really do than that. As I say, like, took a few risks on the day. In hindsight, I would have went with 310 on the squat, but as I say, like, that's the kind of competition where I want to be taking some risks and making sure that you know, I'm just trying to actually push as much as I can and seeing where I'm really at. So I reckon I've got 310 in the tank right now. In terms of bench press, possibly 200 again, maybe 202, but I wasn't going to go for that based off how shit that second attempt felt. And with deadlift, if I had kept holding that second attempt, which would have been my PB total on the day, I might have went for something like 315 or 317 and a half, and see if I get like an 820 total or something like that. So, you know, everything's moving in the right direction. There's definitely more there. Just got to get everything right on the day. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, all that sort of bollocks. And I'll catch you in the week for another video. Take care.